Greetings, everyone. Today, we're going to talk about a movie that holds the esteemed honor of being the lowest grossing film of 2012, The Ghastly Love of Johnny X. This independent film, which I'm willing to wager exactly 0% of you have actually heard of, was literally about 10 years in the making. Yeah, it started off in 2004, filmed a few scenes, and then ran out of money, and then they pulled together some money to finish the rest of it, and it finally hit theaters in 2012 and made about $86. Grossed $86, and apparently after everybody got their cut, according to the director, Mr. Paul Bonnell, they netted about 37 bucks. Now that is being true to your vision and sticking to your guns and just being the consummate artist. You know, making your art no matter what. This is a guy who had a dream, he had a vision, he had his passion project and just refused to let it die. And thank God he refused to let it die, because it's actually pretty damn good. So let's talk about it today. The Ghastly Love of Johnny X on the Multimedia Chronicles. Welcome back. Well, as you can see from the poster art, which, by the way, I think is fantastic. This does not look like typical indie film poster art. This is no, or even Hollywood film poster art. A lot of Hollywood film poster art nowadays is just crappy, half-assed Photoshop jobs. What happened to those beautiful painted posters that we had back in the 60s, 70s, and 80s? The ones that are true collector's items now, because they're considered art. Well, here you go. What do you think? I think this is way nicer than a lot of the posters we see nowadays. So, Mr. Bonnell sent me this beautiful full-size one-sheet, which is just mysteriously levitating in front of my collection there. And this one as well, which is quite nice. Got sort of an alien invasion vibe to it. And it's actually kind of a what is it? I'm not sure what it is. It's an ad, a flyer, something? Yeah, something like that. Basically just a handout for, you know, spreading the good word. And then, of course, we have this as well. What is this? Well, this is actually a comic book. Yes, a tie-in comic book. So they really went all out. I mean, you don't see a lot of indie films get this much love and attention. And this, none of this stuff is, like, cheap either. It's not printed on cheap side. This is like... How often can you do that to a poster and it resonates, it has weight and depth to it? But I just love the visual design of the posters themselves. I mean, even the DVD cover is really quite snazzy and really evokes that feeling of the old 50s alien invasion and horror movies and stuff like that. And that's really what this movie is it's a huge loving homage to that whole era, the 50s era, the greaser era. So you got juvenile delinquents from outer space. You got Kevin McCarthy, survivor of an 50s alien invasion himself, star of the original Invasion of the Body Snatchers, and nemesis of Weird Al Yankovic in UHF in his last film role. This is actually the very last thing he ever did. Look it up on IMDb. This is it. This is the last thing he did. And it's great. I mean, for an actor who was pushing 90 years old when he did his scenes, man, he still had it right up to the end. So God bless him. And you've also got Creed Bratton from The Office as, I kid you not, a zombie rock star. Yes. So you have aliens from outer space, juvenile delinquents up to their mayhem who are also happen to be aliens from outer space. You got a zombie rock star, and you got Kevin McCarthy doing his best impression of an evil overlord offshoot from Devo. See it and you'll understand what I'm talking about. So basically with The Ghastly Love of Johnny X, Johnny and his buddies have been exiled to Earth, truly a fate worse than death, and he's not allowed to return until he commits an unselfish act. And that's essentially the gist of the plot. It's pretty straightforward, pretty simple. It's more about the fun and the homage and the just the madcap zaniness of it all, and it's a lot of fun. Oh, and did I mention it's also a musical? Yes, it is a musical, and it very much feels kind of like a little bit of Grease going on there. I'll be honest with you, I didn't find the musical numbers as catchy as songs from, stuff like Grease, but it still kind of does have that vibe to it. And as in any true musical, the songs aren't just there for window dressing, they actually are integral to the telling of the story, and it's a lot of fun. I really, really enjoyed it a lot. Now, the DVD itself is actually quite snazzy. Sadly, no Blu-ray yet. I'll tell you why. I really like to see a Blu-ray in just a moment here. But Paul Bonnell was so kind. He actually autographed like everything he sent me. So he autographed the disc, he autographed the cover, he autographed the poster personally to me, and he even autographed the comic book. I think the only one he didn't autograph was this one. So oh well, whatever. I can't really complain. And then inside, we have these lovely, lovely poster cards. Basically the same artwork that we had there. We got a little bit more about the film there. And there you see Creed Bratton as his zombie rock star. There you go. I gotta say, as far as the music goes, while I wasn't big on the musical numbers myself, I really liked the songs that Creed Bratton did. Now, I don't know off the top of my head if he wrote his own music for it. I know he's quite a musician in real life, and but I loved his songs. In fact, I've had Big Green Bug-Eyed Monster running through my head pretty much non-stop since watching the movie around Halloween. It's almost 2 months that Big Green Bug-Eyed Monster's been running through my head. Going a little batty from it. But anyway, pretty cool stuff. Another thing I liked about the DVD is it's got a nice, no commentary, sadly. Would have loved to hear a commentary on that. But it's got a bunch of featurettes on it. It's got Paul Bonnell's Ghastly Vision featurette. Oh, it does have a commentary track. How the hell did I miss that? I gotta listen to the commentary. I could have sworn there was no commentary. Well, I couldn't find it. I guess it's well hidden. Anyway, sorry, apparently there is a commentary, and I'm going to leave that in as a mistake, because I'm only human. You got some deleted scenes, you got outtakes, you got a trailer. One thing it doesn't mention on the back here that it actually has, which I thought was really cool, is if you go to the extras menu and just let it play for a while, you get a full-length music video in the menu. You get a full-length music video for the theme song from The Ghastly Love of Johnny X. You also get the full-length song of Big Green Bug-Eyed Monster. And you have Creed Bratton actually being sort of a DJ, doing a little show for the menu. And it runs, I don't know, it runs like 10 minutes or so. So it's like a full-blown little mini show with a couple of full songs in it. You got a music video, and you got some other random clips and stuff running in the background. So quite nice. I really like it when attention is paid to the menus like that, and it's not just kind of a title screen. The other kind of menus that really piss me off, I've talked about this before, like some of the TV show and cartoon sets I have where they'll play like half the theme song. Like they were just so pressed for time they couldn't have a full 60-second menu. They had to cut it to 30 seconds. Yeah, well, you won't find that kind of skimpiness on the Johnny X DVD. What else can I say about it? Basically, it was just an absolute blast. Like, I was expecting just kind of some cheesy, fun, low-budget indie sci-fi horror nonsense, but it's actually phenomenally well done. I mean, it looks like a much bigger budget movie than I'm sure it was. The special effects are really well done. You get a lot of, they're very much done in the old hand-drawn effects animation style. I'm sure they did it with CG just as a matter of, it being easier, but it's still done in that style, that hand-drawn style. You have the resurrection suit, for example, which is one of the central gadgets of the movie, and it has all this electricity and stuff all over it, and it looks gorgeous. It looks very old school and just really well done. Also the cast, which I'm sorry the names escape me at the moment, just kind of remembered the big names. But the main characters, the main cast is very compelling, very likable, and really just do a great job. It was obvious to me and to everybody who I watched it with that this was a passion project not only for Paul Bonnell but for everybody else involved. As I said in the intro there, they originally started production back in 2004, and just kept pushing on and doing whatever they could to pull everything together and get the movie made. And they did it. You know, I mean, they lived the dream and they succeeded. And it may not have been a smash hit at the box office, but hey, they made a fucking movie and got it in the theater. That's something not very many of us can brag about. Now, in terms of the production, I wanted to mention, and one of the big reasons I'd love to see a Blu-ray of this is actually filmed on a particular brand of Kodak film stock. Now, you may know that a lot of the film companies have discontinued producing film and discontinued producing film cameras just because digital has pretty much taken over the whole movie making industry. It's just so much faster, more efficient, and you've got sufficient resolution now that it's very close to the quality of film. In fact, it is the quality of certain grades of film. But in this case, Paul Bunnell really wanted to do it on film and in beautiful black and white. So he heard that Kodak was discontinuing this particular type of black and white film stock, a really fine grained 35mm film stock. So pulled together the funds and bought every last reel that they had to make his movie. So they used this absolutely gorgeous black and white film stock, deep inky blacks and bright vibrant whites and just every shade of gray in between. This thing needs to come out on Blu-ray. I really want to see that with all that glorious, beautiful fine grain film grain intact. Yeah, so please, Paul, make it happen somehow, even if it's just an on-demand thing. Please put it out on Blu-ray. But yeah, so in short, I thought it was a really fun movie, and I'm really thrilled that you know, that I got the chance to check it out, because it's definitely one that I probably would not have noticed otherwise. So you know, not one to accept defeat. Paul Bunnell has just been on a social media rampage ever since over the past couple of years, just working to get the word out there. There is a Facebook page. I'll put all these links in the description, by the way, so check the description if you want to check this all out for yourself. But there's a Facebook page, there's a YouTube page where you can see clips and reviews and trailers and interviews and all kinds of goodies, some of which are on the DVD, most of which aren't. So a lot of exclusive content on the YouTube page. There's also, of course, the DVD, which you can purchase on Amazon. I will include an Amazon link in the description as well. There's also a streamable version on Amazon, so if you just want to watch the movie and see for yourself if it's something you'd like to add to your collection, check out the streamable version. I don't think it's that expensive. And if you like it, buy the DVD. I mean, this is the kind of movie I honestly wish we'd see more of, and the kind of movie that I wish Hollywood wasn't afraid to make. Just something that's, you know, wild and fun and a genuine passion project from someone who just wants to make movies, you know, and entertain people. And I wish that that's what the movie industry was more about these days. So to see something like this, where so much work has been put into every aspect of it, is, you know, it's really, I think, encouraging for other independent filmmakers out there, you know, and sends a positive message to them and say, hey, it is possible, even in this highly competitive world, in this day and age, to get your movie made and get it out to your audience. And so a big thank you to you, Paul. I know you're watching. You've been waiting for this video for a while. I do apologize for the delay. It's been a little crazy the past few months, kind of sorting life out. You might notice I haven't done much of any videos, so believe me, you were in very good company of non-video making subjects. Yes. Anyway, a big thank you for including me in your list of people to check it out and spread the word. Hey, look at the positive side. Since it took me so long to do the review, I probably got a few more subscribers than I did when you originally sent me the DVD. So, yeah, that's my story and I'm sticking to it. Anyway, hope to have Paul on the show at some point in some capacity. This is an open invitation. If you'd like to come on and talk about your movie a little bit more, I would love to pick your brain and, you know, sort of talk movies with you. I think that would be awesome, and would certainly help to get the word out a little bit more as well. I know you frequent the live show, and all of you watching may also frequent the live show. Please do. I do a live show every Saturday night called Saturday Night Insanity over on Livestream. Just check the Facebook page. I always post on there whenever it's going live. And I know that Paul Bonnell has hung out with us on a few occasions, at least in the text chat, if not in the main chat there. We'll see if we can drag him in there one of these days. But anyway, yeah, so in short, The Ghastly Love of Johnny X, definitely a great surprise. I had an absolute blast with it, and I think you will too. So if you're looking for something a little different, a little wild, a little crazy, check it out and support independent film releases like this, because it's only through support of, you know, the masses like us that that we're going to see more of these types of movies being made down the line. I mean, we've got to support our artists, you know, and I'm happy to do my part to get the word out there. Alrighty, well, I guess that's about it from me to you for now. So check out the Amazon links and the Facebook page and the YouTube links down below. And yeah, give some love for The Ghastly Love of Johnny X. Alrighty, that is it from me to you for now. So until next time, thanks for watching, and sayonara. Oh, right. Sorry, completely forgot. Speaking of commentary tracks, the first time I watched the movie was actually with the gang from Geeky.com. Every week, a bunch of us get together and do a fan commentary tracks called Movie Gangbang. Usually we pick just some cheesy, shitty, like genuinely crappy, low-budget horror movie and just rip it apart. And we thought for fun we would check out The Ghastly Love of Johnny X, honestly thinking it was going to be, you know, marginally better than the stuff that we normally watch, but we were very pleasantly surprised, and it comes across in the commentary. But anyway, we did a Movie Gangbang commentary. I'll include the link for that down below as well. Also, I should mention as well, Skinslip, who is actually the creator and host of Movie Gangbang, also does a weekly podcast called Burn Podcast Burn. Sorry, is my pasty skin disturbing you? I could hear screams and eyes being averted in horror. He does a weekly podcast called Burn Podcast Burn, and he does it with Jeff Messerman, who's one of our chat room regulars, awesome guy. And anyway, they did an episode shortly after we watched the movie where they talked about Johnny X quite a bit. So yeah, definitely check out the description, because there is a shit ton of cool links down there of all kinds of great stuff you can check out. By all means, if you like the Movie Gangbang episode we did for this, check out a lot of our other ones too, because I'm in most of them, and they're a lot of fun. I mean, I've seen some pretty horrible movies over the course of them, and some pretty good ones too. So check it out. We always try to pick movies that are relatively easy to get, either available on DVD or Netflix or streaming, or a lot of times they're available on YouTube. We did some trauma films a while back, stuff like that. So yeah, check it out, and check out Burn Podcast Burn and all the other stuff. Alrighty, I'm trying not to belch loudly. Alright, see ya.